It's a slightly chilly day here at Rembrandt Hall at the University of Pretoria as another day of FIBA U18 AfroBasket competition greets us. And it's time to close out the men's competition as we finish group play. And group B action is how this starts. It's Uganda, the Silverbacks, the junior Silverbacks on an 0-2 record, who will be taking on the junior Tigers of Nigeria. The Tigers of Nigeria, 1-1 record. They had a loss to the defending champions Egypt and then a late comeback win over Angola as they look to take a step closer and book a spot in the quarterfinals. The only way they're going to do that is to get through the tough prospect of playing against the junior Silverbacks and Tejan Rugete, one of the league guards. It's Quinton Denason here. I'm not alone. I've got the expert analysis of one of the continent's finest coaches, Flosh Ngwenya. Coach, this should be a very good game.
Yep, so it is going to be a blockbuster Q, without a question. It is Nigeria versus Uganda. As you clearly put it, Uganda has lost both games. They need to win this one in Group B to at least have a remote chance of making it to the next round.
Well, one thing that Nigeria do have is size, and its favor Ibe is alongside his frontcourt partner David Ike. They will be trying to pick up their 53.5 rebounds a game. Fubara Onyanyabo, the head coach in charge of leading this campaign for the junior Tigers. And you must remember that they've also won 6 titles over the history and the course of the tournament, as Uganda make their way into the court. And maybe a little bit disappointing. Uganda had high expectations coming into this, and chatting to some of their coaching staff, understanding where they are with the 0-2 start, it becomes a tough one for them.
Oh, absolutely, Q. I mean, anytime you have high hopes and you get into the competition and you lose your first game and then lose your second game, you know, the spirit gets to be tempered a little bit. But they're still in a competition, especially in this game. If they win this game, they might have a chance to finish number 3 in the pool.
Taking charge of the third participation in the competition of AfroBasket, Michael Seeger. He'll have the responsibility of trying to lead them to their first victory in group play. But first, the anthems. anthems are done, and it is preparation time as we get ready to tip off this day's action. And this battle, I think, is going to be, there's going to be a lot of paint presence. Nigeria visibly outsizing Uganda inside the paint, and I think we might see quite a few touches for former BWB NBA Academy player David Ike as inside the paint. But before we get started, Coach, let's have a look quickly at our officials as Mohamed Diawara out of Mali, Jerome Dennis out of Mauritius, and Robert Munataba, Zambia, in charge of this contest.
Yeah, I'm really impressed about the Nigerian big man, you know, Ibe, number 15, the 7-footer, and of course the NBA Academy kid, number 16, David K. You know, they'll be required to do a lot.
Suleiman, Basi, KP, Ezekiel, and Ike, they get the start now. Ezekiel and Suleiman played a big role in Nigeria picking a win up over Angola. They combined for 41 points and coming big down the stretch. 21.6 boards for Ezekiel, 20 points, 7 rebounds, 10 steals. That's what Suleiman came away with in that big win over Angola. They will face some stern competition because on the side of Uganda, a lot of pre-tournament talk around the number 2, Tejan Rugeti.
Yep. There you have Mukisa Ngugwa, number 5, you got Amos Bugisha, number 10, you got number 11, Aaron Victor, Makot, you got number 13, Jotham Sisawala, and number 23 starts for Uganda.
So Rugeti has been the floor leader, no doubt, here for the junior Silverbacks, and you know he does a lot of the playmaking. His left hand is deceptive, and his athleticism so well utilized inside the paint.
Oh, absolutely. Look, it's going to be a cracker. It's all up to Uganda to force the issue, to try and get a W. That would put them in a good position to see what happens in the 3rd place finish. You know, but they will have to come out and make the play as early as the tip. As for Nigeria, they also need to get the win to place themselves better in Group B as well. It's a humdinger.
A win here secures Nigeria a quarterfinal spot. They'll come in second in the group, and that'll be one of the 2 automatic qualifiers. The format of the tournament sees top 2 teams in every group advance, and the 2 best placed 3rd teams, and that is judged on, first of all, win record, and then after that, if they are equal, then the plus minus or the goal difference within the group, and that comparison then will advance a team. It's a big time game, and it's big time performance required by big time players, and we'll see what happens when these teams take to the floor. Traditionally, Nigeria should come into this one as a bit of the favorites, especially based on the record that we've seen from Uganda just starting out in their group.
It'll be really interesting to see what kind of defense does Uganda start with. Obviously to make sure that they stop these Nigerian players, because they're really aggressive, especially number 1 in defense for Nigeria. He's really been a menace on defense in most of the teams. You know, he's really athletic, but he's very quick as well in terms of his hands and his foot speed. He moves his feet very well on defense.
Tip off. Oh, ball goes on its way up, and Ike loses the possession.
As you can see right there, Nigeria is going to go to man-to-man. First up. They're really going to test this Ugandan guards mode, especially number 23, which is going to be guarded by number 1 from Nigeria.
Well, you're talking about Suleiman and his 10 steals, and you talked about his physicality, presence in the paint. Now just a quick delay as they confirm 14 seconds on the shot clock as possession arrow goes the way of Uganda. First possession, Kaliwango. Baseline drive, drop off is sent away there by Ike on the first shot attempt. Sewanyana. And first blood on the defensive end goes to the junior Tigers.
Yeah. The Junior Tigers are a very good defensive team. They got the big man number 16 in the block, David Gay, on the inside rather, as a defensive anchor. So whoever you beat, if you get a chance to beat those guys, you find him waiting for you. He makes you adjust your shot almost all the time.
Top of the key, the shot comes off there. First look at an open shot, Ibrahim Dan Mutum. Fake and drive. And now the floater is a bit strong. Mahmoud. Quickly up and quickly in. And quick transition play. And we have our first score as Ezekiel gets on the board. Gets the two defenders in the air. That's a skillful look by Owinje.
It is really going to be interesting to see.
Inside they go. And a first score, Suleiman.
It's really going to be interesting to see how Uganda are going to run their offense. Because against a very good defensive team, just like that, another steal.
Now the open floor while it spills back out and up and in. 2 points up top as Bassi bangs one home.
The Nigerian defense doesn't allow me to finish my point. That's how good they are on defense. But I was trying to say that it'll be really interesting to see what Uganda employs. There's a 3 by number 9 from Uganda.
Let's Kaliwango finding the first score, 6-3. That's the score, 8:05. Another clean look from the top of the key. And so it's put back in. The boards will be a focal area. Bassi gets his second field goal.
They really have to box out the Ugandan boys. It's not going to be an easy task. Number 2 and number 16 from Nigeria are really, really intense on the board. They really go after the basketball.
Fake and drive. Suleiman's crafty left hand finishes inside. And athleticism on display.
That's too easy, Q. That's too easy. I mean, the weak side help defense gotta come up and help there, especially on the midline. You gotta stay midline. You gotta know where the ball is. There's no point of face guiding people on the weak side, knowing for a fact that you're opening up a big hole for a one-on-one play. You must always show. If you're not gonna block the shot, just always show a wall so that when he drives, he finds people. Force him to kick the ball outside. You got a better chance of playing defense there.
Well, the analysis coming in from Coach Flosh. First substitution here, and maybe defensive one, open shot. And the radar slightly off from Kukwa.
Good set by Uganda.
Suleiman now looking to create the ISO inside. Nice bit of work, and that is Dan Mutum, who finishes. Good work on the ISO.
Again, they run ISO on the wing. Again, you gotta have to help. The weak side help defense. You gotta rotate and able to help that man.
Drop off pass, that's met up top by Ike. He puts the second block. It's tough going inside the paint. It's 12-3. That's the score, 6:37 remaining here in the first quarter. It's been a dominant start by the Junior Tigers. Turning and going strong. Bassi runs into trouble, but Suleiman picking up a steal rather, and Bassi off the miss. And the aggressive take inside there by Ezekiel.
Bassi is a very good offensive rebounder. Somebody's gonna put a body on him. Somebody's gonna box him out. I don't care how small you are. If you put a body on somebody, there's no way that person gonna jump over you. You have to make an effort to box him out. What?
Up top they go. Ezekiel, his shot attempt comes right back into his hands. Ike controls. Suleiman, shifty, crafty, draws the foul.
Very crafty. Very, very crafty. It's Aziz Suleiman. He's their team captain, he's their team leader. They take a cue from him most of the time, whether defensively or offensively.
Well, he went for 14 points in the loss against Egypt, and 20 he picked up in the win over Angola, averaging 25% from the three-point line. So, he can stretch the floor a bit, but it's got a quite elusive first step.
Very, very quick. He's a very quick guard. But he has impressed me the most on defense in the tournament so far. He really gets on guys. He really plays tough defense.
Gets 1 of 2, extends the lead out to 10. Rugete gonna match up here. Akon. Ekau trying to work, and there is a timeout called. We have our first timeout. It's a 10-point game, and Nigeria in command. 5:52 left.
I think Uganda have their hands full here, because if they're gonna go in on one-on-one, they're gonna have issues. I mean, the defensive rotation for Nigeria is very good, over and above the fact that they were short blockers.
Well, they're going to try and find some ways to pick up some scoring here. It's been tough going. First 4 minutes for the junior Silverbacks.
And the only way Q is to really move the basketball from left to right. Make sure that Nigeria plays defense almost for plus minus 18 seconds or so.
So
you want to get it done like that.
Picks up another steal up top. He tries to go and looking for a highlight play. Well, the connection was there. The finish just wasn't.
Yep. Paku running off the floor by number 6 from Nigeria.
Again, you see he's reading the passing lane. He tosses it up for his backcourt partner, Ezekiel. And the finish does not happen, but it gives a chance here for Isaac Ezekiel. He averages about 33 minutes on the floor, so, you know, he does spend a significant time on the floor, and that's how he gets to 16.7 boards a game. But I think where they really established their dominance was in that comeback. They were down 10 late against Angola and really just started to take over. But you said on both ends of the floor.
Yep, I mean, I think their defense carried them through there. They really did camp on NATO, the Angolan guard, who's probably their star player for Angola. It's also an NBA Academy kid as well.
Kasasira. Rugete. This is the matchup you want to keep an eye on there. Suleiman at the top, putting some pressure on Tejan. Pull up just inside, that comes off the front eye and found some separation. Musime. Suleiman spills to the ground and it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, unfortunate right there for Solomon. But you can see his intent. As soon as he gets the ball, he's pushing it up court as quick as he can.
A high motor player is Suleiman. Short corner 3. Board falls favorably. Mutum. Dan Mutum, there we go. Chance for Basi to work inside, and he has the speed of a guard, does Basi, but is going back to the basket, trying to take advantage of the size mismatch inside.
Absolutely, and I think they're going to look for that more often than not, because they now picked up that he does have a mismatch inside, and so chances are the ball's going to start inside. They're going to play inside-outside game because of his size inside and the mismatch as well. Makes his first free throw.
75% from the free throw line. It's still early going, but what they will be impressed with is the fact that they've held Uganda to just 3 points in the first 5 minutes of this quarter.
I mean, that speaks testimony to their defense. As I said earlier on, they're a very good defensive team. All 5 guys on the floor are normally just connected. Misses the second one, but there's Nigeria picking up an offensive rebound.
Pass to the corner now. Suleiman travels. Is that the top of the key there?
I think the one weakness in this game is his traveling violation. He does travel a bit.
Now a different matchup for
Maybe he's too quick for himself.
Speedy Gonzalez for sure. Lane opens up and there goes the up and under. That one won't fall. Too little English on it. Quickly in transition. First touch for Ike on the offensive end. And his shot spirals off. Kaliwango. By his fakes, he'll pull up for three. No presence of guards there to crash the board, so an easy enough rebound. Ezekiel inside to Bassi again and getting some usage inside.
Yeah, they'll go to that matchup all the time. It looks like, because it is right there for the taking. Why not?
7 points, 9.5 rebounds for Bassi. He had 9 points in their loss to Egypt, and that could be a prelude to the final, but there's still lots of basketball to be played.
Absolutely. Substitution for Nigeria. 7-footer comes in. There is no rest for Uganda.
None whatsoever. eBay sets the screen. That shot there and favor eBay. Crashes the glass and he picks up his first 2 points.
Contribution right away for eBay. Number 15 for Nigeria. Picks up an offensive rebound. Gets himself a deuce.
Kaliwango on the floor now. It is behind the back pass picked off. Nigeria in trouble and inside it goes, and there is Brighton Kaliwango attacking inside, and only the second field goal, and it comes in transition.
That is the best place. I mean, that is the best time to score if you're Uganda. You want to get in there quick before Nigeria sets up their defense. You take away the shot blocking, put the ball down the floor, look to run the floor as much as you can. Of course, if you have nothing, then put it out, look to run some sets.
Ekpo Bassi will get a chance to go view the game from the bench as the changes now coming in from Coach Nyanyabo. The entire first five, barring Ezekiel, off the floor. eBay. Well, they look for eBay. Now Ezekiel penetration is well met and guarded. It allows another transition opportunity, and he gets up the floor in a hurry, does Kaliwango.
Yep, he's got to have to look to push the block. I mean, he's got to look to push the ball quicker, of course. Like I said, I mean, that's probably the best chance to score before the Twin Towers come back on defense.
Bura Nkukwa. Amobiro Nkukwa, he's there at the top. He's now taken over the playmaking or ball handling responsibilities. Ugete is on the bench. Both coaches have gone quite deep in the rotation quite early here in the first quarter.
Absolutely. Sometimes you got to see what works if nothing is working. So you got to try and find somebody who will give you something.
That rebound controlled by Hart on the miss from Kaliwango, who's trying to establish himself. The three ball is good, and it's Owenje connecting with his first attempt from the outside. Ubira Ngukwa, pass and finish, and there's some joy from Coach Michael Seeger on the side. The basket will count. It's eBay will pick up the foul.
It's a good pick and roll play right there by Uganda. Nice roll, good find, good pass, timely pass. They have to go to such plays for them to be able to get open, confuse the defense a little bit, put the defense in scrambling mode. Then he ends himself a line to shoot a free throw for the N1.
Kasasira, he can't finish his own three-point play. It's 21-7, 2:32. Pass picked off again. Kaliwango, open floor, count the bucket. And now a little bit more belief on the side of the Ugandan bench as they get up to 9. Ibe's pass, redirected into the hands of the Ugandan offense. Step through, cleared out. And maybe a little bit ambitious there, but some good defense.
Yep, great defense. I mean, he rises up and he blocks that shot. Timely.
First breather for Ezekiel. Back comes Suleiman. Ubirang Ikugwa. A second foul on eBay. That might see him head to the bench, and it sure does. As quick as a whistle, David Ike pulled out to the substitution chair.
Yep. Two quick fouls, ends in the spot to the bench. Again, I mean, guess who comes in? David Ike, another shot blocker, another 7-footer. And of course, the Nigerian coach Fubara Onyanabo, brings back his star point guard Aziz just to control the game.
Kaliwango. No, that is Mubiro Nkugwa, but he's gonna head to the bench. Timeout now. Nigeria want to have a chat as the fight back, some good fight back from Uganda. 11:21 the score, 2:03 left on the clock. Well, the fight back in the last 3 minutes was needed here for the junior Silverbacks, and Brighton Kaliwango has 7 points. He's got 3 of 8 from the field. He's been the primary fire starter.
Yeah, surprisingly enough, we haven't seen anything from Tejan so far, the Ugandan star player. He's been quiet.
Limited
and that's the one
usage.
guy that they need to fire up.
Just 2 minutes on the floor for Rugete. There's Suleiman. Travel. Goes up and comes down with the basketball, and I'm sure that's not what was the plan from Coach Onyanyabo on the timeout. Into the press they go. Ikao.
Well, this is going to be a really interesting matchup. Tejan against Aziz.
Spills to the floor. He'll pick up the shot there, Kaliwango. Musime. Got to go before the shot clock winds down. The wild shot, long rebound, and Shima goes strong. The rebound comes out and it's controlled again.
Well, Uganda are in a 3-2 zone defense.
Pass picked off. Matmot. Nice steal. He has giving up a couple of inches there to Ike, but he takes the ball away now. Kaliwango picked off by Hart. Suleiman assesses his option, kicks to Owinje, and the shot missed, but Ike there on the follow. He blows the short range putback. But I expected Ike to finish that one. Bugete was so aware of what's happening, but missed one earlier, and there he is on the follow. Ethan Shima, he picks up 2 points.
Yeah, we call that offense by accident.
See the work there from Bugete. His defense comes across and he finds himself in the right space to Ethan Shima.
fighting back Uganda,
And
which is a good thing to see.
foul count now moves to 5. Owinje picking up a foul. Owinje. Suleiman. They'll fire off another 3. They do get the ball back and they get a chance to control this possession again. Clock winding down. Owinje will fire off his 4th 3. This one rattles off again, but Nigeria again, 3rd bite of the cherry. The kick out to Hart. Hart will shoot a 3 of his own. And I think it was a 3-second call.
That is interesting. No, I think that was a foul, Q. It was a foul call. I think it was a foul inside, but I think Uganda is already in the penalty. Or actually, maybe it's a foul by Nigeria. A little confusion there.
Nigeria in the penalty
As well.
So it is a foul. It's a push foul or a holding foul on the rebound there, and it allows the opportunity here for Mugisha to get on the board. And the fight back has been good here by the junior Silverbacks.
Yeah, but I mean, it is good boxing out by Uganda. Number 10. Almost, because as small as he is, he was boxing out hard, so he was really fighting, and he earned himself a trip to the line by just boxing out.
5 seconds. Chance for maybe one more shot. Suleiman will pull up just out of the logo, and that will be short. And maybe that sums up what we saw from Nigeria towards the second half of their first quarter. Fantastic fight back by Uganda and the junior Silverbacks. 15-21 is how it is at the end of the first quarter. This is what I'm doing right now. Sometimes when like nice fight back in the end of the first quarter by the Silverbacks. It was Galiwango, 7 points, who led the way for them, and then Ethan Shima coming in off the bench for 5 of his own. Suleiman and Basi, 5 points apiece for Team Nigeria. Makes for a fascinating second quarter.
Absolutely, echoes that 3-2 zone. I mean, they had some success with it.
Maybe just relying a little bit too much on the three-point shot towards the end of the first, where Nigeria, Basi, try work in, and Suleiman hangs in the air and puts it back. Nice activity around the rim. Suleiman does a lot of things for this Nigerian team. Sees eBay come back onto the floor. Suleiman picks off the steal. Wow, does amazing work to secure that as he dives to the ground. and the jump ball is called, it's going to be Uganda basketball.
This kid can defend, there's no question about it. So if he's playing you, you better make sure that you get rid of the ball quicker. You cannot play around with the ball, otherwise he's going to take it.
Second steal for Suleiman. Matched up again. That's a matchup with Ugete, two lefty star guards. The pass doesn't go. It's errant and up and in. Flushes it home. Ezekiel. He's breaking the shackles a bit on the offensive side. Two quick scores for Nigeria to start out the second quarter.
And if you're Uganda, you cannot afford to have lapses of concentration against this very good defensive Nigerian team. Once you have them in the ropes.
Pulling up for the three, that one short. They'll pick up the possession once again. Ugete has been closely guarded. He gets inside, sent away with disdain by Ibe. The kick out. Ibe can't control. Nice work again by Mubira and Kugwa. Quickly back. But he hangs. That's an athletic kick. And he finishes strong.
That's a pretty move by number 5 from Uganda, Mukisha Mburungongwa.
Yeah, Mubira and Kugwa. Basi. Suleiman. Fire from the top. The three-point line has been tough going. But Nigeria continued to persist with the strategy of trying to shoot from out there. Foul call. Besides the opening make from Owinje, they really have not been able to find their radar and lock in.
Yeah, I think you just need to box out. I mean, you just need to give Nigeria one shot and one shot. And then from there, they're going to put a ball on somebody and try to box out and get their defensive rebound. Because if you give Nigeria second chances, they're bound to score or pick up a foul, but they're going to punish you.
1 of 7 from the three-point line.
Yeah, so far so good in terms of the zone defense that has been.
Suleiman, your kick out. Spin in, and that's nice work though. Bassi. Rebound again. Ezekiel fires off. Bassi picks up the board and the foul. He is a definite menace in the paint. Is Bassi.
Oh, he can flat out rebound. There's no question about that. Again, I mean, I sound like a broken record. I mean, if Uganda controls the boards, especially their defensive rebounds, they're in the game. They're only down 8. And they've just been giving Nigeria a lot of second chances.
4 of 6 before that miss from the free throw line for Team Nigeria. And 5 points there for Ekpo Bassi as he picks up his 6th on the make. Ikau's pass stolen. Suleiman tried to go with the right hand. He hits nothing but the underneath section of the rim. Mupira Mkukwa. And John Ruggetti still, don't think we've seen him yet in this game. He's been very quiet on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, Ruggetti has just been dead quiet. I suppose it has to do with Aziz's defense. I mean, it's a very interesting matchup between the two.
Ezekiel certainly is the marquee matchup, but they're stolen away, stolen back. Suleiman working. Well, theft class right there. Ezekiel goes up. And that is cleared out. What great defense. Edrin Akau says, get out of here.
Hey, give him 10 for the effort.
you look at the work and steal a pass and drop off, but the recovery is superb. Send that away.
Both teams are putting on a defensive masterclass at the moment. Great to see.
Free throw line again is its sixth make now. 6 points before that. Isaac Ezekiel is averaging 16 for the Nigerian team. And back into full court pressure. Viron Kubwa. Mugeti. Pass to the corner. That's a wide open shot now there. Call is about contact on the interior, and it is Ezekiel who's going to pick up the foul. Some pressure there by Senwana, just trying to pick up the glass, and that's better work, trying to get second chance opportunities and crashing the boards. Ball thrown there to Lukisa. Deflection gets the possession for Nigeria. eBay pressure, he'll feed out to Suleiman, who shorts his three-point attempt and still ice cold from the three-point line. Suleiman, drop-off pass, eBay fakes up, fakes in, and he flushes it home.
It's always a luxury to have a 7-footer lingering around the dunker spot. As a guard, you almost at liberty to drive the ball and dab it off to him. You know he's going to make a play.
You could almost sense that the drop-off was coming as soon as the defense adapted to Suleiman, and eBay, he doesn't need a second invitation to throw it down.
True.
17:30. 5:50 left. Spills the ball, does Bassi. Now it's a quick transition opportunity. Again, Ezekiel there on the block, but they keep the possession alive. Quick fire shot. Skying so high for the rebound, and excellent work by Brighton Kaliwango to get in there and just frustrate Bassi.
Good fight. It's good fight. That's what you like to see from kids not giving up on the play. When a shot goes up, try to get the rebound. If you don't get the rebound, you know, try to hustle the ball.
The corner three, Danmutu. And now another jump ball. eBay gets tangled up with Mugisha. It's going to be Uganda basketball. Trying to rein in the instructions, Coach Nyanyabo. Press defense has definitely changed up the tempo on the floor. There's a drive in, drop off, and superb to get up and over. Ojiako gets the finish. Correction, that's Makmoto got the points there for Uganda.
The offense from Nigeria hasn't been as fluid as it was in the first quarter.
Daliwango. He found some space on the dummy and he gets deflected again. Shot clock winds down, shot almost falls in from Mukisa.
That thing was halfway.
Just so much hustle and scramble for it. Eventually falls to eBay. And it's the heel won't find an easier two as he flashes home again. Daliwango draws the third foul. And maybe that might be a lesson there to favor eBay as he gets himself in foul trouble again.
Yep. He's definitely going to go to the bench. There's no question about it. Coach Onyanambo is taking no chances. He's getting his 7-footer off the court with the foul trouble.
Out goes Mahmoud. In comes Gasasira. Or Ikao. Rather, there's a chance now for Daliwango. Brighton Daliwango. Trying to add to his first quarter tally of 7 points, but yet nothing quite working for him.
Yeah, Uganda hasn't really shot the ball very well from a free throw line.
Long two sent over by Ajala. And the ball was right out of bounds. It's been quite active there on the sideline. When you look at Michael Seeger, just a little bit more poised, trying to figure out what's happening on the floor.
I'm sure a lot is going through his mind.
Kaliwango. His 12th shot attempt of the first half. Suleiman slithers in and he can't quite finish. There's another one. Brassi. Relentless attacking of the glass. It's their 4th chance opportunity now.
They're stripping that glass, man. They're really aggressive on the boards. Good steal.
That is excellent anticipation. It allows chance out on the fast break. Cleared out. They get back the opportunity and the block falls favorably and the finish right there gets the Gazelles supporting the Silverbacks right here. You look at the block. Wow, what great work. And don't get to see the conclusion of the play, but it is Musime on the other side that allows Kaliwango's 2 points.
Again, they're not really converting their free throws. They've really been poor on the free throw line, and they need to make sure that they do convert their free throws for them to even have a remote chance of winning this basketball game.
Short corner 3 by Bassi.
That's his pass, his second air ball. Surely the coach is not happy.
15 offensive rebounds.
That is a staggering stats, especially in the second quarter with 2 minutes and 45 seconds. They're sitting on 15 offensive rebounds. Surely Coach Michael Seger at the half will want to address that.
All on that miss, Bassi goes out there 1 of 11 from the 3-point line, and 9% in the first half is why they probably allowed Uganda to stay in this game.
Absolutely.
Shot clock winds down. There's another touch of deflection from Suleiman. But if he doesn't get steals, he definitely gets a lot of extra touches on the basketball whenever he's around.
Absolutely. When he's around and you put the ball on the floor, he's gonna get his hands on the basketball. You know, he's gonna disrupt your offense. So you gotta make sure that
Suleiman's pass quickly fired back, will send to the corner, and he started it, and he gets the second, does Owinje. That's the second make.
Yep. He's one of the main 3-point shooters.
Drive in is sent away. Hart. Now Owinje. He's Euro. Short the layup, a little bit out of control. Kisa. Drop off now. Find an open shooter, but it comes off the front line, getting some rebounds back of their own. Uganda, the shot is good. It was online, and Ekau hits the 3.
Good offense by Rwanda. Really pushing the ball, making sure that they create space for their shooters, but giving themselves a chance Oh, what a
Suleiman slithers in. Wow. Just 2 lengthy strides.
Yep. He's smooth, man. He's really smooth.
9 points now. Quick fire 3. Rebound. And that is Ojiako is there and active. Uganda fans here trying to will on this silverback team.
Yeah, I could hear from here Coach Fubara Unyanabo really screaming at his players for not boxing out. And that's a very rare occasion for them not boxing out and getting a defensive rebound. They're normally just very clinical on their defensive rebound.
Aaron Mahmoud. He goes to ground, so maybe came down awkwardly after that offensive board.
Yeah, I think he landed wrong when he landed. It was a big board. He really got up. I think his landing was not proper.
Allows Tejan Rugeti to get back.
I think that is Tejan's first point of the game, if I'm not mistaken, via a free throw that he didn't work hard for.
Well, he's had a tough time of it in the first half, and I'm sure there'll be some talk about the adjustments he can make in the second. Owinje fires another one, and now finding his flow as Owinje hits his third 3, and that brings the timeout with the final 59 seconds. So struggles, and this always happens. There's a struggle for a little bit. It takes 1 to unlock shooting from the perimeter, and Nigeria now jump out to a 15-point lead.
Shooters must always shoot, Q.
Universal rule. 55 seconds, timeout on the floor. Ohio's Oje Owinje has now gone level top scorer alongside Suleiman on the back of those 3 makes. It's his best game of the tournament so far, as he has 9 points.
Yeah, I mean, you know, us as shooters, once you see one go through the net, that's all you want to see. That's the sight you want to see from there. It's open season.
Uganda, they're looking for a reply. That's Kaliwango. And the putback stifled. Yamutu. A close range shot is sent away. I think it's Senwanyana. He will pick up the foul.
You can almost sense, Q, that especially with the Nigerian offense, as soon as Aziz is off the floor, there's no flow to it.
Kaliwango. And he has been a menace in transition, and that motor seems to continue to just go.
He has a very good motor. I mean, Aziz really does control the flow of the game for Nigeria. He really does set the tone on how they're supposed to be playing on offense. He gets them playing, but also not only just on offense, he does set the tone as well on defense to disrupt the other team's flow on offense.
He does represent a very strong defensive two-way player, someone who, you know, almost in the guise of Drew Holiday, who you can put on multiple guys in his ability to score.
Absolutely.
Just maybe a little bit quicker.
Yep.
drop off and step through there from Abdul Malik Dalhat.
It was a good look. It was a good look. It just needed
Ajala to
Ibrahim
pick up
Hart
that.
to catch that.
We'll get this shot. Ajala cleans up the rebound. And they won't get the shot off before the end of this first half. Well, fascinating first quarter it certainly was. Second quarter, three-point shooting started to open up there for Team Nigeria, and they'll take a lead, 14-point lead into the half.
Yeah, it's been a very interesting half so far. A bit of a comeback by Uganda. Second quarter, Nigeria he's a couple of three and open it up.
Half time, it's Uganda 26, Nigeria 40. 15 minutes, and then we'll be back on floor for second half action. Rembrandt Hall in the city of Tshwane is where we are, and FIBA U18 AfroBasket is set to resume. Remember that you can engage with us and hashtag under U18 AfroBasket, hashtag Meet Africa's Future Champions, and Next Gen Hoops on Instagram and X. But second quarter action was really great. Second half action and third quarter set to resume here. And largest lead of the game was 16 for Nigeria, but a good fight back there from Uganda and the Junior Silverbacks.
Yep, they pulled it back a little bit. Great fight back. I think they need to keep that very same momentum in the second half, starting with the third quarter. Let's see what happens.
Brighton Kaliwango's 10 points for Uganda. That leads the way for all scorers on the floor. Owinje has 9 alongside Suleiman. Ike is back. Suleiman. Out of control spills. Fassi. Ezekiel. Back high and on the 3. And there's another big rebound. And man, has he been so menacing on the offensive glass. 4th rebound there for Ekpo Bassi on the 4th offensive rebound, that is. He's got 6 points.
Well, again, Q, they will have to take care of the defensive rebound, Uganda. You know, it only takes just to put a ball on somebody, make sure you box them out and you go after the basketball, but they have to rebound as a unit. That's the most important thing. They have to box out as a unit and they have to rebound as a unit. Even maybe sometimes ask the guards to come and clean out after you boxed out.
Well, it's plus 20 now for Nigeria on the glass, and that's a significant statistical advantage. Rugete spins. Yes, what a skillful bit of scoring.
He needs to get going. Tejon Rugete, if he gets going, then Uganda might have a chance.
Kaliwango, open floor, and wow, Ezekiel again. He does get the touch, it's the foul, but I guess that's a great persistence on the defensive end.
Yeah, touch and go. I thought it was a good transition defense there. Well, maybe it's a foul. Now that I have a second look at it.
Contact on the arm, yeah, for sure.
For sure. I suppose we have the luxury of slow motion compared to the referees, you know.
All they get is one opportunity to make the call, and getting it right is important, and they do.
Yeah, but that's why they're here, though, huh?
That is why they're here.
They only have one job, just to blow the whistle.
The amount of scrutiny they get on every single call, and not only from fans. In their profession, you have to respect what they do.
True.
Suleiman. That 3 ball from Dan Mutum slides in there on the sideline and he knocks down.
That's smooth.
Now there's off the camera incident between Rugete and Suleiman.
Yeah, I thought that was incidental. But what do you do there? Do you call a foul?
And sometimes you can give a no call, because I guess the question is advantage, disadvantage, who benefits from it. And as long as the team keeps possession, Rugete is looking worse for wear as he gets carried off the floor.
I think he got knocked on the head. So no matter if you go run a concussion test, if that is protocol.
A big part of modern sport,
yep.
Concussion protocols. Dambutu. Suleiman, he has another shot. Thought about the shot, he drives. Not ready for the pass was Ike, but ready on the rebound is that man Bassi. Turnover and allows Suleiman out on the floor. Ow! My! Showtime!
Pretty play by Solomon.
What a great bit of connection and chemistry between Suleiman and Ezekiel. Ike clears it out. Pass comes back. And Ukisa. Ubirin Kugwa, and that one will stay Ugandan basketball, the lead now up to 20 points. What a fantastic bit of transition play, and you can see the connection between Suleiman and Ezekiel out on the break.
Again, Suleiman, like I said, he gets his teammate playing. He is the engine in the offense. He knows where everybody else is on the floor.
Ike, he's been good on the rebound and defensive glass. Just hasn't found his flow on the offensive end at all. Fake, quick shot. Bessie can't control. Uganda have really struggled to just keep control of the basketball. Start out here in the second half.
Yeah, no, they started the third quarter very badly. Then they're in a hurry. You know, it's one thing playing quick, but it's another thing being in a hurry. I think Uganda right now are actually in a hurry. Coach Michael Sega surely at some point will call a timeout and try and slow it down a little bit.
Shot comes off the backboard hard. Ike.
It's a very ambitious shot. You have the 7-footer stretching his arm, and you still want to shoot that shot.
To the hands of Ezekiel, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Quick movement, Dan Mutum is open. And they do well enough to control the glass here. Uganda on the rebound there. Mahmoud turned over again.
Yep. It's going to be a long day for Uganda if they keep on playing like this, turning the ball over against this very good defensive team of Nigeria.
Bessie. Well, he, again, first of all, makes himself available so the pass can come in, and then he draws the foul. And you can receive high usage like that all the time from teammates and from the coach if you continue to provide production.
Absolutely. And the fact that, you know, they don't go to these two bigs all the time, but when they do get to them, those two bigs next plays happens.
It's the eternal struggle of every basketball player trying to get minutes on the floor, you know, trying to understand your role within the function of a team. But it looks like they've certainly got identified roles, and the players on the Nigerian team understand it well as they pick up those 2 points.
Absolutely. Nice touch by the big fella. Made both his free throws.
Oh my, that was nicely worked, but the layup comes up the back iron. Mubira Nkuga misses. Suleiman will fire off a three, and hot and cold, I think, from a three-point line it has been for Nigeria. Kasasira's pass spills out, so even when the pass finds a hand in open space, they still just can't control the ball.
I think he was just looking at the 7-footer. He was not even concentrating on catching the ball. He was already thinking, how am I going to go past this guy? And that's why he just took his eyes off the ball, and the ball just went through his hands.
Well, the turnover, though, will be credited to Uganda. We have 6 minutes left, and it's been all Nigeria to start out here in the third. Just 2 points. That is all Uganda have been able to contribute to the scoreboard in 4 minutes in the second half. And it's a combination of good Nigerian pressure defense, but also just poor offense and being unable to take care of the basketball through the first 4 minutes.
Absolutely. I mean, Uganda, from the three-point line, have been extremely poor. They only shot 15%, and they can't get it done on the inside because you've got these 2 7-footers waiting for you there all the time. So you really want to spread the Nigerian defense and look to hit threes. But if you can't hit and you lingering around 15%, it's going to be a tough day.
Look of frustration there as the Ike can't hold the pass from Suleiman. So a real effort now to try and service the bigs against the zone on the inside and see if that works out for them.
I guess maybe it's probably instruction from halftime. There you go again.
Bassi turns and fires and finishes.
Surely Coach Fubara told them, guys, let's get the ball inside. I think that's what we can eat and eat very easily. Should we get close inside, then you guys will find yourself open on the outside because we want to play an inside-outside game.
Definitely valuing the touch of the ball there is Ekwabasi. There's the baseline drive. Rugete. Ukisa can't hold. Now Rugete. Uganda control. The floater falls in, and maybe that will be the second spark. He hit one a little earlier. Give him some confidence.
Yeah, we're all looking for the spark from him because we know how good of a player he is.
Ezekiel. Driving and sliding in. There goes left-handers. Another board. This time it's Suleiman, and he finishes. Can't keep him out the game.
Can't keep him out of the game, Q. He generally just feels the stats sheet. If he's not rebounding, he's scoring. If he's not scoring, he's assisting. If he's not assisting, he's causing turnovers.
As he's on the other side of the floor. Nice two-way player. Getty, that's flat out the hand. Ike. 8th rebound.
Yeah, he's on his way. He's on his way to get double-digit rebounds. The way he's been operating.
I think the most astonishing thing is that he hasn't scored anything from the field yet. Stow of 2. And with 4:15, couple of changes. Bassi and Ezekiel giving a breather. Owinje and Ajala, they're in. And a good free throw shooting team.
Absolutely.
They're now around 75%. They made 11 of their 15.
Yep.
Rattles off. Lead 25. Mahmoud. Rugeti. Slapped hard against the board as Ike picks up another rebound. That would be his 4th block if they give him that partial block in the stat sheet. Owinje, well, he's looking to add to his long-range sniper tally. Pass off. And that was a great find as Sewanyana gets inside. Gotta love the vision, pass off in, and sometimes those close range finishes can be the most frustrating thing for a coach and for the player.
Absolutely frustrating. I thought he got bail out there. He just missed the layup.
It's been tough going from the field for the young Silverbacks. 28% on the interior. 1 point there.
Good hustle by Uganda.
eBay back in. Ike gets a breather. The 3 falls, and there might be some light as Gasasira connects. Short jumper is collected finally and tapped out of the hands of Ajala and into space, and with the finish, Mukisa Bubira Nkugwa.
Good take.
We've seen them come back from that 16 down, maybe a chance here.
Yep.
Momentum shift is tangible.
Yep, causing another turnover. Got a chance to slice into that lead, into that Nigerian lead.
And perhaps feeling what was happening on the floor, a timely timeout here for Coach Fubara Onyanyabo. 2:51, it's 55-36 as Uganda trying to fight back. Well, it sets up a fascinating final 2:51. And you know, Coach, when you call a timeout and you try to break momentum, sometimes it really just does that entirely, just changes up the tempo of the game.
Absolutely. But it also just to remind your team of the good things that they've done up to this point, and just, you know, making sure that they keep momentum of what they've done well, and just trying to cut out, you know, the mistakes that have just crept in the last 2 or 3 turnovers.
Ugeti hounded there by Ojiako. Usime. Now a different look defensively here for Nigeria as the ball gets wrestled away by Ojiako.
As good as Ugeti is with the ball, I think it's just over-elaborated there. Another turnover by Nigeria.
Unforced error as the foot of Ojiako hits the baseline.
That's the most frustrating thing for a player and for the coach. When a player doesn't know where he is on the basketball court, you would like to think that they will know, the players, especially the players, they like to think that they will know where they are. But half of the time when they step on that sideline, that's the most frustrating thing ever.
Especially if it happens late in the play. Pass is picked off Suleiman. And crafty left hand again. It's his deflection, touch, steal ability. Spider senses.
They should call him Flash. He's just way too quick. He plays the passing lane better than anybody else in this tournament.
3 ball is good. Nice connection. Musime finding his touch. Always flashes, just keeping Uganda within, keeping them hopeful rather. If they can get it within 15, there might still be glimmers of hope.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's still some time left in the third. I mean, they just forced a turnover right there again. I mean, only down 19 at this point in time. There's 1:30 left, and there's still a full quarter to go. I mean, 10 minutes of basketball, international level, you know, 19-20 points. It's not a lead at all.
And maybe we might see a counter press here by Uganda just to try and speed up some possession, see if they can't wrestle away a couple of quick steals. But
yeah, I mean, that would be a very good ploy if Coach Michael Sega really do go to that full court press. Trying to force turnovers and just making sure that, you know, he shows them something that they haven't seen almost the whole game.
Ibe off and Ike in. Getting Kisa shot. Semranyana will give Uganda a second opportunity here on this possession. 7 on the shot clock, another 3 ball falls. Mubira and Kogwa hits another.
Yep. Momentum is definitely with Uganda at the moment. They're finding each other.
Maybe some nervy times for Nigeria here. The pass doesn't go to hand. It's all falling apart as Uganda wrestle back some momentum.
Yep.
Fascinating.
It's like a third turnover in a row now. But on the other end, what the good thing about Uganda is they're now converting those turnovers and turning them into points, which is now got them back to 16. They're down 16 now.
What can they do with this possession?
Especially with the shot clock winding down. Let's see what they do.
Drop off. Rugete Ike comes across, and I'm certain that even if he didn't get a touch, that's all you need to do is just change up the shot.
And that's the whole point. Once you have a shot blocker, it gets you thinking. I mean, he had to change, his shot right there because he just saw the 7-footer coming out to him. It just distracts your rhythm on offense.
Suleiman and Nigeria in a series of fruitless possessions. Ezekiel inside, strong.
Strong take.
A nice bit of read and react there from Ezekiel. Gets by his defender, and he's 10 points. Been 3 of 10 from the field. Just struggling a little bit with his three-point shooting.
Yep.
8 rebounds, 2 blocks. 1 block, 2 steals. Can't break the air, can't break the miss, but the lane violation gives them another chance. And the correction comes in. Second time we've seen the referee change their call up in this game. Amazing.
Well, it's a good thing that they do decide to change it. They're only human and cube. I would assume that if they make mistakes, they should own up to those mistakes and say, my bad, the other direction.
The long 3, and Kagaba Musime two points in this one. Still Kaliwongo who leads the offense for Uganda, but 9 points from Ubira Kungwa.
That's a silly foul.
Offensive foul call, and the push-off is drawn there by Dan Mutum.
With 2 points, with what, tens of a seconds, or with 2.7 seconds left, you're trying to run a set, but based on another bounce play.
Nigeria to try and close out the third. Quick, long-range shot, and there is Ike. And eventually the table blows, and Coach Seeger quickly goes across to the table, and maybe he had a point. But Nigeria don't get a score. It's all honors even at the end of, honors even in terms of no possession, no scoring on a possession for both teams. It's 41-57 at the end of the third quarter. Nigeria holding on to their lead. Third quarter done. And now, fourth and final quarter. A win here should push Nigeria into second position in the group, and we'll see them secure one of the automatic qualifying spots. So 10 minutes away from that for Team Uganda, looking to pick up their first win in Group B action. But still, a little bit later on this evening, Egypt and Angola will close out, and that still could be a very fascinating game. So not an automatic spot, but gives them an opportunity to be one step closer to qualifying.
True.
Rugetti hangs, goes right hand, nice finish.
Pretty play by Rugetti. He's gotta start taking matters in his own hands now.
This is the business end. The pass is blown wide by Basi, uncharacteristic as he misses the dunk. Cleaned out there. Semanyana does a good job of just contesting, pushing that out, securing the basketball. Comes off the body there of Basi, blows the dunk, loses the possession. Tough one.
Yep. What? Good for Uganda because they get the ball, and they might even look to really deep into this Nigerian lead even further.
Viran Kungwa misses, and now it's Suleiman, and he's again crafty left hand finish.
What a player!
16 points. Get his step back, gold class. Semanyana, he finishes, and Ike, little he could do after the putback goes in.
Back and forth we go.
More confidence here from the junior Silverbacks. The handoff stays with Nigeria. Ezekiel, I thought he got that. Misses the dunk. Quickly back the other way.
What? There goes a man again.
And to bring some of the semblance of order to the floor, Suleiman will just pick up another two. And then the three falls in. And Kaliwango, maybe he will take responsibility here.
Yep. It's the fourth quarter.
Maybe time to strap in.
Absolutely.
Passy loses
1 on 4.
They have numbers. Long two, and that was less than ideal. And guess who's ahead of everyone? Suleiman!
Flushes one home.
And you saw him winding up that. You've seen how he's been going to the rim and trying to create a point of emphasis there.
For you to beat this Nigerian team, you have to be really, really organized.
9 of 11 from the field. Aziz Suleiman, 20 points. He's got 5 steals. He does have 6 turnovers though.
Yep. But he brings a lot to the table for the Nigerian team. He's one of those guys that you almost don't want to sit him down, because once you sit him down, things start somewhat to go, not necessarily fall apart per se, but they go pear-shaped.
Well, he's been on the floor now for 29 minutes of this contest.
He does play heavy minutes, but he's got a very high motor.
Shot clock winds down, tapped away. I think it was Suleiman who got the deflection. It's going to be Rugetti and Uganda getting back. A bit of good fortune sees them pick up the possession. And another long-range shot rains in, and Mubira Nkuka, he's been great.
We've got a 12-point lead by Nigeria. Uganda are really coming back.
Basi to Ezekiel now. Pressure is building. Dan Mutum shot. Picked up, stolen, and Oh, no. Bassi probably can't believe that he couldn't hold on to that. So the blown dunk and now the easy catch, and what a moment.
It's happening at the City Villa Sports Center in Pretoria, ladies and gentlemen. It is a very important game, especially for Uganda, well, and Nigeria to a larger degree.
Not sure if that's just a little bit of pressure. The hands not ready, but after all of that hard work, and the sad thing is that Suleiman's going to pick up the credit for the turnover on that miscatch.
Yeah.
We get the elbow. Good.
Smooth.
Just create some separation. That's an automatic shot.
10-point game. Do you think Nigeria are feeling the pressure, Q?
Certainly are. Bassi can't catch again. And maybe now he might see him go to the bench. We've seen a couple of series of possessions where he's hurt the Nigerian team.
I think it's time for coach. Oh, as we talk about it, guess who's coming in? Going to the scorer's table for substitution.
Pass in, and there's Ike, blocks Ezekiel. Trying to get up the floor. Bassi, he makes a little bit of amends. He picks up the rebound and he picks up the 2 points. Halts the Ugandan run. Ngeti, up top is where Ike gets the ball, and I thought maybe clean and maybe contact on the body is where the call comes in.
What comes first, the block or the body? What comes first? This is a good idea here. You got the ball first, didn't get the body first. I don't know. I think that's probably one of the rules that needs to be looked at by world basketball in general, FIBA that is. Because you should be credited, but you should be credited for getting the block, right?
He should be credited for getting the block. Absolutely, would have been his 4th one in this one. But
I think the game has evolved to a point where we have to look at such things. Are they challenging it, Nigeria?
They're not challenging it. It's a timeout that I think is called. Oh, they are. It's a coach's challenge. They are having a look at it.
Because, I mean, if he picks up this foul, that would be foul number 4 if I'm not mistaken.
It will be his 4th foul.
And it's very crucial to the Nigerian. He's probably one of the top ministers of defense in Nigeria. I mean, his defense underneath the hoop and the block is critical. I mean, he really does give them presence inside.
Well, this is going to be a real interesting moment in the game. And I wonder how much the referees will be able to pick up on the available camera angles, just in terms of what we saw and how they will interpret that.
Yeah. But generally, they normally stay with the foul if there's a body contact. So I don't know if they're looking at it as from which angle, at an angle that was it the block first or was it the body contact first. I'm not so sure what's the criteria when they really do go to the monitor.
If they call a foul, they can't overturn a foul call. That's the first part of this. So I'm not sure where the coach's challenge comes in, and if it comes in on the side of whether it's going to count as a bucket, because maybe that is what they're looking at right now.
Maybe look at goaltend.
Just trying to see if it was a goaltend, trying to see if they're going to get 2 extra points.
I hear you. I've learned something today. Interesting developments. See Coach Michael Seger always going to at the end of his bench, getting some instructions from the
coach's challenge
from the armchair coaches.
Coach's challenge was unsuccessful, so basket does not count, so it's not a goaltend, and David Ike will go to the line and
shoot 2, right?
Yeah. Fourth foul it is. And Ike really was trying to argue the point there with referees on the floor and with crew chief Mohamed Diawara saying that I went up straight. My verticality was straight up. I didn't extend outside of the cylinder, and that's always the questionable part of, you know, the interpretation on the floor.
Absolutely. That's why I always say, what comes first? You know, is the egg or the chicken?
Bukete and Uganda. It's his second miss from the free throw line. They've been right around the 43% mark. They're now 7 of 17. 10 free throws they've left at the line. Shorts the second as well. Ezekiel chases down the board. Damutu. Quickly the ball moves, and eBay. Well, when he's been on the floor, it has been quite effective, but that's a good enough bit of defensive work.
Yep.
It's Dalhat who's got this tough assignment of the big 7-foot favor eBay inside. Damutu. Now some pressure here. Ekau. This will be a fascinating call.
No, it is a foul on the Ugandan player. He was holding eBay.
Yeah, I thought eBay trying to create some space and maybe gets called for the offensive foul, and I thought it would be.
Yeah, that would have been touchy. That would be touch and go, because that means eBay is sitting on 4 and Ike is sitting on 4. Would have been really interesting.
Ezekiel steps in, he'll make the extra pass out. Owinje, not quite there for him. Bassey's back in. Misses again, close range. Nervy moments here. Uganda, slither of hope.
If Uganda scores here, I think from here onwards, this game should be really interesting. But I think that is if they score.
Shot goes up, and there is a contest push foul inside. Ipe will pick up his fourth.
Guess who comes back? Ike.
Well, now it's a gamble on either side. Both bigs are in foul trouble for Nigeria, and Ibe has been more prone to picking up fouls. You bank on the experience of David Ike, and you see how far that will take you.
Yeah, that's how you work it out.
Idrinikau. Bugete shot. Oh, looked online, but everything missed on that one. A little bit of fake ball pressure, high ball pressure here from Uganda. And there the pass doesn't go to hand, and you see a conversation between the two backcourt stars, Ezekiel and Suleiman.
Yeah, and that pressure worked because it then forced a turnover. Uncharacteristic of
Ezekiel. Musibe comes in. Well, he takes a breather rather. Ukisa pulls up, and it allows the rebound there from Bassi. Sets the screen. Owinje fires off another three. Well, he's been given license for sure. You see him get a couple more shots out there. Driving in. Oh my, what a great move. Mukisa Mubira Gugwe, what a great move.
Again, inflating at that 10-point that 10-point lead by Nigeria.
Another quick shot from Owinje, who's gone off the boil from the outside. They have numbers. Drop off pass. Dalat shot picked up by Ike. Still Uganda possession. Now the runner falls short. Gives Nigeria a chance to go back the other side. First 2 points of the game for David Ike.
2 crucial points to push up the lead to 12 points.
Uganda. Silverbacks, there's still hope. Super long range three. Wow, wow, wow.
Now we want to see a full court press by Uganda. They will have to push the tempo now.
That is Mugisha. Some pressure. Shooting.
Good defense by Rugete. 4 seconds left on the shot clock for Nigeria.
Again, correction, Brighton Kaliwango has been the go-to guy, and that was a big-time three make.
That was a Steph Curry range. Nigeria wants to talk about it. They're calling a timeout.
4 seconds.
4 seconds, yeah.
Left on the shot clock, and that's going to bring a timeout here. First time that Uganda have had this within double digits. It's about to get interesting. 1:53 left. Crucial possession. It's going to be crucial series of possessions for both teams. And a quick shot comes off out of that timeout. Quick shot missed. Second shot's missed. Rugeti. The cow. Mugisha gets the three ball, and the complexion of the game has changed entirely as we're back within 2 possessions.
Yep.
Now the pressure has entirely shifted. A kick out from Suleiman Ike. Some good ball movement, but again, it's the handling, the final touches let Nigeria down. Chance here for Uganda. Ugeti. Mugisha's shot is sent away. Partially blocked straight up by Ike.
Okay. Timeout, Uganda.
Well, Nigeria didn't get the execution they wanted. They got a quick shot off. They picked up that rebound, and
Basketball royalty right there. Coach Will Vog, senior main Nigerian head coach, is in the house. You're a good friend of yours.
Well, Ike, with his first 2 points, timeout called here, 2 possession game.
Well, and this is the coach's dream. I mean, you came back from 20 plus points, being down 20 plus points. It's a 2 possession game. All you need from your players now, with 1 minute 30 seconds left, is to get a good look, whether it's a 3, whether it's a 2, but get a good look. Consider the fact that their short blocker is still on 4 fouls, so anytime you attack him, he's going to think about it, whether he goes for the block or he keeps his hands up to try and stay in the game. So now you have a luxury to attack, but you want your ball, you want the ball to be in that man's hands. Rugeta, because he's the guy that will make things happen.
Yeah, and you spoke about it. The largest lead of the game was 25 points for Nigeria, but you can throw that out the window now. It's about making sure that you win the next couple of possessions on both ends of the floor.
Absolutely.
Mukisha Mubiru Mkugwa, 17 points, 6 steals. Kaliwango, 16 points. He's made three-pointers. Rugete falls to the floor. Suleiman there to pick up the possession, try to wrestle it away.
I did say earlier on that it will be a very interesting matchup between Rugeta, who's really offensive-minded, against a very defensive-minded player in terms of Suleiman. Suleiman wants the contest right there.
It is Nigeria trying to pick up a score. Ike, jump hook is good. He had time and space, and he just used that 7-foot frame to get a composed score. Kaliwango. Pass out. Suleiman, that's a crucial steal. He'll throw up to Ezekiel, who'll finish. And that might be the dagger, it might be the straw that breaks the camel's back.
Yep.
Kaliwango hasn't given up.
I think Suleiman just won Nigeria the game there with back-to-back defensive plays. First, he forced a jump ball situation. Second, he just picked to get to open floor. But again, I mean, he's, like I said at the beginning of the game, Q, he's just tough.
And you look at the steal, and it's his floor awareness as well. He lays it up for Ezekiel, flies in for the finish. It's crazy because he had 10 steals against Angola. He's got 8 steals right now in this contest.
And we still have 20 seconds to go, so he might just break that record of 10 steals.
Unreal work on the defensive side.
And it always gives coaches comfort to know that you have a guy like that. When the game is in the line, you go out there and make a defensive play.
Certainly must be catching the eye of some scouts around this tournament. Suleiman, long rebound. Mutum fed ahead. Ezekiel. And still he won't find the dunk that he's been looking for all game, as Rugete skies up and will pick up the foul. I'm sure happily pick up the foul. Send Ezekiel to go earn them at the charity stripe. That's some great defense.
Great defense. You call the foul, so whichever way you want to look at it, Nigeria did enough to get over the line. I think their defense, especially in the last 2 minutes of the game, did carry them through. In particular, Suleiman with his back-to-back stops when Uganda had hope, especially with just a 2-position game.
Yeah, basketball is precious, especially down the stretch, and what they did was prove why defense wins championships.
In that situation, would you like to put him in a pick and roll situation, especially against the big that has 4 fouls? Maybe that could have been one of the strategies being used. Just unlike just let him go one-on-one against the best defender in the tournament.
Well, an impressive performance by Aziz Suleiman. 20 points, 9 of 13 from the field, 8 steals to lead his team to victory. On the other side, Uganda tried to fight back, but it didn't quite work out. So at the end of the game, it's Nigeria 72, Uganda 61, and they take a step closer to the quarterfinals.